This week we launched a course, and you might be wondering, why did I create this course? Good question. If you are going on this business acquisition journey, it's important to do several things. One, you have to know the process and the steps. If you have the Acquisition Advantage Bootcamp, you have that. Two, despite what some people would say, you do need some sales skills. And so we put together a sales summit, which was 15, I think it was, videos, about 7 hours of videos, really good training. The feedback has been great on that. So let's say you have both of those. The question I get a lot is, which industry? What's the magic industry that I should go after? And I have had people that have pivoted 6 and 7 times. So I began to think about what is the process by which people select an industry. And most of the time, the people come to me and they say they want to do either home health care or assisted living, probably about 80% of the time. Now, can that work? Yeah, that can work. Does it have some headwinds currently with labor and reimbursements? Yeah, it does have that as well. So as I looked at people who were successful and people who were unsuccessful, there are certainly things like, did you do the reach out? Did you send letters, cold calls, etc.? Did you do all of those things? And if you didn't take action, the answer is pretty simple on why you weren't successful. But in picking the industry, which is really the start of this whole process, the basis on which you build a board, professionals, obviously prospects to acquire, there's a process there that shouldn't be a 10-second process of, I'm going to pick this because somebody told me this was the right industry. So I decided that with the help of my marketing manager, that we could do a course that made that process much more in depth and much more insightful to the person doing it. So we created how to select an industry. There's 8 videos in there, but at the end of it, I wanted to give a tool. And so we came up with the business selection matrix. And that matrix has 19 weighted questions in it, and I put 5 columns. Those columns are for industries that you think you might want to do. Then each of those are weighted questions. Some are more important than others. You have to figure that out when you complete the matrix and complete those 19 questions. And when you do that, you will find out, at least somewhat objectively, which one of these scored the best. Which one do I have more passion about? Which ones do I have maybe knowledge about? Which ones are more profitable, et cetera, et cetera. 19 questions, and you can add questions as well. But that process is important. That process of selecting an industry is one that if you make the wrong choice, it will stall you badly. One of the things that people frequently overlook is when they come to me and they say they want to do something in healthcare, for instance, and they have a business, what is that business? Is it profitable? Oftentimes it's a 50 or 60% margin business, and they've done it for a number of years. So why would you not at least look at that industry to roll up? And those that have done that oftentimes come back and say, wow, yeah, I know the language, I know the business, the margins are better than in healthcare oftentimes, so that can work too. But that's something that's been overlooked as well. What are you passionate about? I've had people that have literally done an acquisition and said, I hate the industry. I don't like to be around sick people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you should spend the time to go through and think about that process a little bit more than just 15, 20 seconds and pick an industry because I told you it was a good industry or someone else told you it was a good industry. It should be the right industry for you. You're going to do this a lot of hours for a long period of time before hopefully you exit. So if you want to pick that up, I would highly suggest it. It's got an early bird special pricing, which is ridiculously priced. It'll be through Saturday, so just another day now. And if you want to do that, just go go.brucewhipple.com/industry. Go.brucewhipple.com/industry. Read that sales page that's there. Listen to the video that I recorded. It's about 3 minutes on some of the reasons that people succeed and fail and why this is so important. But I would encourage you to do that. I think it's some of the best work that I've done. The feedback already has been really good, but you're not going to be able to see it unless you get it. So if that's important to you and the industry selection is important to you, which it should be, spend the time to go through that and grab it while there's still a discount over what it will be beyond Saturday. So go.brucewhipple.com/industry. And I look forward to seeing you in the Matrix.